In this video, I'll be giving you tips about simple kill moves that top players are using to score with ease, the way experienced 2K players are making millions of VC without spending a dime, the settings elite players use to dominate the game, quick and easy ways to learn how to dribble like a professional. This is 50 tips that only veteran 2K players know on NBA 2K26. The first tip I have for you is that block rating is not only for blocking shots, but it also gives you better jumps on the perimeter, leading to better shot contests. Do not ignore your block rating regardless of the build that you created. Even if you're on a small guard and you're thinking, why am I going to put my block up to 62? It will help you get better shot contests on the perimeter. Do not ignore your block rating. It's extremely important for playing defense on this game. Next, make sure you go into your settings and turn off the passive dribble hand switches. Whether you're an experienced player or a new player, you need to have this off. If your player is automatically changing hands whenever he feels like it with the ball, it's going to mess up your dribble inputs and you're going to be dribbling like an absolute bot. Make sure you turn this off. Now, let's move on to the next tip. But first, what if I told you could be using your sports knowledge to win money? Well, you're going to want to check out the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is simple. First, you select your sport, then you select the category within that sport, then you select your players and decide if they're going to go more or less than the predictions in those categories. The more picks you get right, the more money you make. PrizePicks is available in over 40 states, and if you use my code to sign up for PrizePicks today, they will give you $50 in free play when you place your first $5 lineup. Age restrictions apply. Please play responsibly. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video. Next, go into your customized HUD and turn off your jump shot meter. I know some people think it helps them learn their shot, but you are getting almost a 9% boost to your green window according to 2K Labs if you play without a jump shot meter, and overall, all top players play with no jump shot meter on. Next is make sure you're using optimized dribble moves depending on what build you're playing on. Each height build is going to have a different set of really effective dribble moves that you could potentially be using. Now you can customize these to your liking and personalize them a bit, but overall each height has optimized SIGs that are going to be more effective than other dribble moves you could be using. Compare this to a game like Call of Duty. You could be using the same weapon as somebody, but if you have the wrong attachments on and they have the most optimized perfect attachments, their weapon is going to be much more effective than yours. The same is true for your build. Once you optimize your SIGs, it can almost be an immediate change in how good you are at the game. Next, make sure you go into your settings and turn off motion blur. I could go on and on about why you need to do this, but just trust me, it's going to improve your gaming experience. Now, there's nothing more annoying than waiting on the dots in the park and all of a sudden LD and Alexis start yelling at you over 2K TV. But if you go in the menus and scroll down, you can turn the volume for 2K TV all the way down and mute it. So even when they pop up, you don't have to hear it in your headphones. Makes your quality of life in the park much better. One of the most effective dribble moves on 2K26 is a Devin Booker breakdown combo. You might have seen people use it. It basically launches your player forward a step and you're able to shoot a jump shot after getting the crab. Now, it's an extremely easy move to do. You're just gonna pull the right trigger and flick up on the right stick. And once you do this, you don't even have to wait to set your feet. You can go immediately into a front fade midi. You can even throw a self lob immediately after the Devin Booker breakdown combo. You can even go straight into a spin shot off of the combo. And even out of the triple threat, when a defender is pushed up against your body, if you pull right trigger and flick up on the right stick twice, it'll give you the Devin Booker breakdown combo and you can go immediately into one of these variations I showed you. It's an easy, simple kill move on 2K26. All jump shots are not created equal. Some jump shots give you a bigger green window than others. Obviously, some are faster than others. Some get contested less than others. You need to make sure you have the optimized jump shot for your build if you want to play as good as possible. NBA2KLab.com is the best place to go. They test all jump shots on the game to give you the best jump shot for your specific build, reducing contest percentages, getting the fastest shot, and getting the biggest green window. If you want access to this information, it's like $4 or $5 a month if you use code Joe at checkout. Shout out to NBA 2K Labs. They are the best place to go when it comes to custom jump shots. Speaking of shooting, if you want to shoot the best you can on 2K26, you're going to want to learn how to rhythm shoot. Rhythm shooting is much more forgiving than button shooting, meaning you have a bigger margin for error if you're using the rhythm. This is the reason rhythm shooting was banned in most competitive leagues on the game, because it felt that it was lowering the skill gap. But if you're just playing the game casually, use it to your advantage. It's extremely difficult to miss when you use rhythm shooting, so I'd recommend labbing it up for a couple minutes. It's not going to take long, and it's going to help you make more shots. Next, make sure you go into your settings and turn off the auto lob pass feature. The last thing you want is the game to automatically make your player throw some lollipop pass that gets stolen. You want complete control over how you pass the ball, so make sure you turn off that auto lob pass feature. Next, changing your release cue does not speed up or slow down your jump shot. It just changes when you need to release the button. So whether you're playing on jump or release or anywhere in between, it's not going to actually change the speed of your shot, just when you need to release the button. Next up, another really effective move is the Devin Booker step back. It gives you a beautiful snatch animation that creates a ton of space, allowing you to speed boost and long run another direction. It also gives you a really good hard stop that you can shoot off of or start to dribble combo or even just speed boost out of. The Devin Booker step back is one of the most optimized dribble sigs on the game. If you meet the requirements to use this animation, I highly recommend you put it on and experiment with what it can do. Next, if you don't want people to know where you live, you can go into your settings and turn off the location-based leaderboard setting. That way, if you're in the top 100 in whatever state or county or country you live in, it will not show up in the pregame intros, thus keeping your location private. Another really effective move is the Hotback. Now, this is not directly related to any dribble animation. It's simply just a control that you're going to do in game. While you're pulling your left stick away from the basket, flick your right stick to the ball hand and it will give you a quick hotback that is an easy, simple kill to create space for a jump shot or to get your defender off balance. He might jump at you, then you could drive past him. It opens up a lot of possibilities, especially on taller builds. Next, make sure you go into your settings and turn your pro stick orientation to absolute. This is going to keep your dribble controls universal regardless of where you are on the court. Whether you're in the corner, top of the key, wing, anywhere, you're going to be pushing the right stick in the same direction to do your dribble moves. Otherwise, you're going to have to manipulate that right stick based on where you are on the court, making it much more difficult to dribble effectively. Hot zones and lethal zones are extremely important to playing your best. Get your hot zones by shooting well in specific areas on the court. If you want to grind them, you can go to MyCAREER and play on rookie, or go to street ball and shoot over the smaller defenders there. Once you have your hot zones, go talk to lethal shooter and do the drill with him to get your 3 lethal zones, significantly boosting your green window size when shooting from those areas. In NBA 2K, stamina is key, so make sure you're doing your Gatorade workout to get that extra blue bar of stamina. On top of that, if you're willing to spend the VC, which I know it gets pretty expensive, buying Gatorade Boost does give you another blue bar and can also help you regain stamina quickly and lose stamina more slowly. It is extremely valuable, but it does get pricey, but stamina is key. Make sure you're taking advantages of the ways to get extra stamina. While you're in that Gatorade gym, make sure you're doing different workouts each time. Once you do 12 unique workouts, you'll unlock Workout Warrior and you'll automatically have that extra blue bar of stamina and you won't have to go do any more drills in the Gatorade facility, saving you some time. Another easy way to boost your player's performance, unfortunately, comes at another VC cost, but it is buying skill boosts. Jump shot boosts are going to help you shoot better. Rebound boosts are going to help you rebound better. They do play a part in helping your player instantly become a better player, but again, it is going to come at the cost of VC. But if you have VC to blow, it's not a bad option. Cap breakers are one of the most important things to optimizing your build on 2K26, and you're going to see cap breaker rewards everywhere, from lifetime challenges to season pass, crew leveling, rep rewards. Cap breakers are all over the place. You are going to want to do everything you can to unlock these cap breakers because they are going to turn your build into an absolute demigod. Utilize crews on 2K26 to not only get the 4 cap breaker rewards, but also the unlimited Gatorade and skill boosts you get when playing Park. On top of that, you will earn double rep when playing with a team full of your crew members. There's so many rewards to being in a crew. Either start your own with your friends and rank it up to level 30, or join a crew that's already level 30. The rewards are extremely worth it when all you have to do is click a few buttons to join. Being able to quick stop is an essential part to being a great 2K player, and quick stopping on 2K26 is very easy. Once you speed boost and you're running in a certain direction, let go of your left stick, flick up on your right stick, and shoot. That's going to allow you to instantly set your feet and get your shot off quickly. Add the quick stop to your bag and it'll instantly make you a better player. Another effective move on 2K26 is the Kemba Escape, or for taller builds, the Kobe Escape. This move is extremely simple but very effective for side-to-side movement, working off a screen, crabbing a defender. Kemba or Kobe Escape, very similar, both really effective, both easy moves to get down. Depending on your build's height and ratings, I definitely recommend you try out that Kemba or Kobe Bryant escape move. Build specialization is one of the best ways to optimize your build in 2K26, but some of the challenges can be really time consuming. But Street Ball is going to allow you to knock out a bunch of these challenges very quickly. For example, if you need a certain number of 3-pointers made in 50 games, or you need a certain teammate grade for 50 games, you can knock a bunch of them out very quickly. The games are to 21 points. You're playing against AI players. You can even go against short AI players. It's going to make your life a lot easier if you want to really knock out a bunch of the build specialization challenges. Navigating the city can sometimes be time consuming. If you've unlocked the fast running shoes, that's a great way to get around, but otherwise you're probably going to want to use some type of vehicle. Most people hold LB and then select from the menu which vehicle they want, but if you want to navigate even quicker, all you have to do is tap LB and it'll automatically pull out the first selected vehicle and off you go. Mid-range shots are extremely effective on 2K26. And you'll see a lot of people shooting left and right mid-range fades. But a really effective fade is the front fade. If you get the defender on your hip or behind you, you can dive straight into that midi and shoot the front fade, and it's going to register open every single time. It's also a really consistent way to get easy shots and build up your heat check if you've unlocked it in the rep rewards. Do not ignore your daily challenges. It's 3 quick, easy challenges that are going to earn you an hour of double rep, so especially for those that are trying to unlock your cap breakers, your heat check, or animations, or any other rep rewards, daily challenges are an easy way to get a full hour of double XP. Sharpshooter Takeover might be one of the most underrated takeovers on the game. You would associate Sharpshooter Takeover with just boosting how good you can shoot, which is true. But also, within Sharpshooting Takeover, it significantly boosts the ankle breakers that you get, giving you 2 really valuable aspects of one takeover. Most people use Deep Bomber as it is probably the best overall takeover for a guard, but Sharpshooting Takeover can be used with lower shooting ratings, taller builds, etc. Definitely recommend trying out that Sharpshooter Takeover. In 5v5 ProAm, after the game ends, you can go into the replay center and basically have a theater mode for the game you just played. You can get really cool clips of things that happened within the game, and it's a really underrated thing about 5v5 ProAm. NBA template builds might not be completely optimized in terms of having the best attributes, but a really cool aspect of them is that you unlock that player's signature animations immediately, meaning as a 60 overall, even though you don't qualify for specific dribble moves, dunk packages, jump shots, etc., since you made the NBA player template build, you will get all that player's signature animations right off the rip. Motion styles affect your player's speed on both offense and defense. You might not want to just pick a motion style that you think looks cool because it could be slowing you down. You want to make sure you have the most optimized motion style for offense and defense on your MyPLAYER, and again, all these are tested at NBA 2K Lab. Use code Joe at checkout. Height affects green window size when it comes to meter dunking. So a 6'2" player with an 89 driving dunk versus a 6'9" player with an 89 driving dunk, the 6'9" player will have bigger, consistent green windows when meter dunking. The game mode you play has a direct impact on green window size when shooting and how strong contests will be when playing defense. Casual modes like Rec and Park are going to have bigger green windows and more forgiving contests, making it a little bit more run and gun style. But more competitive modes like Stage and Pro-Am are going to shrink those green windows down to make you be more precise on your shooting, and the contests are going to be stronger, rewarding good defense. Basically making the comp sliders a little bit more competitive and the casual sliders a little bit more fun, run and gun, anything can happen. Even after creating your MyPLAYER this year, you're able to change which hand you want to use. Go into your MyPLAYER appearance and scroll over to Player Vitals. Go down to handedness and you're able to change between right hand and left hand as much as you want. anytime you want. Creating builds and optimizing them to their fullest potential can be hard in NBA 2K26, so it's important that you use tools like YouTube videos or talking and getting advice from other good players, but tweak the advice and the information you're getting from those videos to make a build that you want to play on. Do not just create a build because somebody told you it's a good build. You want to make sure that build is going to be able to do what you want it to do so that you enjoy playing the game. Take the information, tweak it to your liking, and make the perfect build that fits your playstyle. Utilize your badge max +1 and +2 slots on the most beneficial badges. Meaning, it's going to be a lot more beneficial to +2 your set shot from gold to legend than to +2 your slippery off ball. Now, I'm not saying slippery off ball has no value, but set shot is something that you're going to use on almost every jump shot that you shoot. It's going to directly help you become a better player and make more jump shots, so it's more valuable. Also, make sure your badges fit your playstyle. If you're somebody that never does layups, you don't want to be wasting badge max +1s and 2s on float game or layup mixmaster. You're not utilizing those badge max slots to their fullest extent. Make sure you're putting them on the most beneficial badges for your specific build and playstyle. Even if you have no rebound rating, you can still get offensive rebounds by doing putback dunks. Sprint at the hoop and hold right trigger and press the X button as the ball bounces off the rim. It will lock your player into some crazy putback dunks if you time it correctly. And again, you don't need rebound rating to do this. It's a nice way to still attack the offensive glass without having rebound. The next tip is go into your settings and make sure your shot timing, layup timing, and free throw timing are all set to on. You want to be in control over whether you make or miss the shot, and if you have these settings on off, you're allowing the computer to decide if the ball's going to go in or not. That's going to lead to some frustrating results, and ultimately, you're never going to improve as a player. Unlocking custom takeover is a really valuable asset in making your MyPLAYER as good as he can be. Simply play games to unlock tokens to unlock all the regular takeovers, and once you do so, you'll unlock the ability to create your own custom takeover, which will help optimize your build to the fullest extent. When it comes to 2K, we gotta take all the free stuff they're willing to give us. Make sure you do your daily spin to get free VC, free boosts, and a bunch of other prizes. You can do it once every 24 hours. A big problem with 2K every year is the latency, and one way to try to control how much latency you have to play through is by playing with a wired controller. It's definitely not the end-all be-all perfect fix, zero latency forever, but it's certainly less latency than playing with a wireless controller. A quick quality of life tip is if you want to swap builds, just go into your MyPLAYER's menu, scroll down to swap builds, and you can select your build without having to back all the way out to the main menu and then load up. Just swap builds quick, you're on your new build, you're good to go. We all know every year the 2K servers are tripping, but one thing you can do to try to limit the choppiness and the lag spikes is do not play on Wi-Fi. Now I know this isn't possible for everyone, everyone's living situation is different, but if you can play with an Ethernet cord plugged in, you will significantly limit how much choppiness and lag spikes you're going to have to play through, ultimately leading to a better gaming experience. Another simple, quick, effective move to use on this game is the Kobe Bryant triple threat. We call it the Kobe jab. When you have the ball in the triple threat, you're gonna cross jab with the Kobe Bryant triple threat equipped, and a lot of times it'll slide the defender either onto your side or even directly behind you, giving you the opportunity for an easy crab shot. We've talked about it multiple times in this video, but VC is expensive, and honestly the best way to make VC on this game is streak hunting. Searching through the parks and finding high win streaks, pulling up, dropping them off, and getting huge payouts for ending the win streak. Now, this can be a tough thing to do. First of all, you need to be good enough to beat those people on the streak, but the beautiful thing is you have unlimited tries if you think about it. Losing 10 times does not matter. If you finally beat them on the 11th try, you're still gonna get that VC. And honestly, you're actually gonna get more VC because every time they win a game, that pot increases. Now, the most dangerous part about this is you're probably going to face a lot of cheaters. And although the people using those cheating devices are difficult to beat, it is not impossible, and if you're able to pull it off, you're gonna make a ton of VC in a short amount of time. Right stick canceling is something almost every top player on the game does and allows them to change directions much more quickly. Basically, you're flicking the right stick up to cancel the animation your player is in and then allowing you to do a dribble move back the other direction instantly, as opposed to having to wait for the entire animation to play out before you're able to change directions. There's full-length tutorials on how to right stick cancel all over YouTube. It's a valuable thing when becoming a better player on NBA 2K26. The next tip I have is take advantage of your opponent's build's weaknesses. For example, if you're playing against somebody on a small guard, take advantage of that. Make that guy have to play defense by backdoor cutting him or shooting over the top of him. Make that team warp their defense around his deficiencies. If you're playing against somebody with low interior and you have post control, take them to the basket with a post spin. You're going to throw them out of the way. If you're playing against somebody with low agility or low speed, look to take advantage of off-ball movement or running the fast break in 5v5, 3v3 game modes. Use your strengths against their weaknesses as much as possible. The next tip is go to your settings and make sure your pro stick function is set to default. I know some people like to put this on dribble moves only, or maybe even some people like to put it on shots only, but default is going to optimize the way you can play. It's going to allow you to have a deeper offensive bag and shoot certain shots that you wouldn't be able to shoot if you had it on dribble moves only. So definitely go into your controller settings and make sure you have your pro stick function on default. Mastering no dip catch and shoots is one of the most valuable things you can do as an offensive player on 2K26. Holding LT when you're off the ball, as soon as the ball gets past you, it'll give you an insta shot that is super fast compared to your regular jump shot, making it very, very difficult for the defense to get a contest. Once they see that you've mastered this, they have to hug you off the ball, which creates a lot of other opportunities for your teammates to exploit that space or for you to cut off the ball. Mastering no dip catch and shoots will make you a very, very valuable offensive player on this game. And the last tip I have for you is to click that video on the screen so you could see these tips in action in competitive Pro-Am with money on the line.